Alright, well I just picked up this Everest Redcat Gen 7 basic scale trail crawler car because I needed a car for an upcoming build, and had a used SCX-10 lined up that the deal fell through on. So I needed something, and this thing just sort of popped up for sale locally or everywhere recently, and for $200, I figured you can't go wrong for what you get. So I got it. I'm not going to do the unboxing thing because they kind of annoy me. People open up the box and then they're discovering everything while they're trying to explain it to us. I'd rather just open it up, get a look at it before I even start telling you guys about it. So most of it's been covered. People have seen driving videos, this and that. There's a couple things on it that I don't think I think are super important that never get mentioned. Like for example, right off the bat, the first thing I look for, because I've been stuck on so many trails with something that fell apart so often, and people never look at it when they're buying a rig, is the axles, where the drive shafts connect to the axles. So many of them are still to this day, for some reason, set screws that clamp on a flat machine surface on the little inputs to the differentials, and it's just simply an area where there's too much torque, there's too much going on there to have that simplistic of a connection, and they fall apart. And then you end up being the idiot carrying your truck along the side of the trail while your friends are still driving. And the fact that there's still some companies that are doing that absolutely blows me away. Let's just start off with the fact this is a $200 truck, and I see a bunch of reviews where people are nitpicking minor details on this thing, and they're just not covering the fact that what all you get for $200. And this is the little things I look for that I don't think a lot of people do. And this actually has pin through drive shafts that are actually like Traxxas style pins that go all the way through a hole in the input shaft. So this thing is pinned all the way through. So you have very unlikely, especially if you have basic blue Loctite on that pin, of that thing ever coming loose and just leaving you on the trail. And for a lot of these trucks, like some of the earlier axial trucks started out with the set screws, and they figured it out and they updated everything, and you were able to take like my first gen Honcho. I was able to buy the updated parts, swap them all in, and convert the whole thing over to pin through axles and fix the problem. But with some of these cars, there's just not the option to do that. You can't buy the upgraded parts, so you're left to try and drill these hardened steel shafts and try and add all these things, and it just doesn't work out, and you end up with permanently stuck with a rig that's always potentially unreliable. And I don't know, it's the little things like that I'm glad Redcat actually seems to be paying attention on. And I should also note that this is my first Redcat vehicle. I've never owned one before. I've heard the name, bounced around the forums on random things, but they've never really been on my radar. There's just nothing that grabbed me at a price for a brand I didn't know. And with what they've done here, I think they realistically have a chance with what Traxxas did with the Slash. I mean, a lot of people already knew Traxxas, and Traxxas, of course, was already out there, but Traxxas exploded after the Slash came out. And I think this has the potential to do that for Redcat. I probably own 10 to 15, 20 of these, 20 trucks, and I never crossed my mind to even look at Redcat until I saw this thing. $200 ready to run package, and not just ready to run. I mean, it's down to the battery, and it's a basic 2000 nickel metal battery, and you get a little, wall plug style, slow charger